Hi, I'm John Perkins.
And I'm Craig Bell. A newspaper once offered a substantial amount of cash for the best answer to this question, John. What is the shortest way to London? The entry which won the prize was, "The shortest way to London is in good company."
It's true.
We'll talk about that on Take 5.
Food for the soul, helping you to thrive. 5 minutes to renew your mind. Take 5.
They were asking some people what the best definition of a friend was, and here were some of the answers they came up with. One who multiplies joys and divides grief. Here's another one. One who understands our silence. But they all voted that the winning definition of a friend was this. A friend was the one who comes in when the whole world has gone out.
Real good.
Benjamin Franklin said, "Be slow in choosing a friend and slower in changing one." That's pretty good.
Yeah.
A friend is a good thing to have, isn't it?
Yes. In Proverbs 18 and verse 24, it says, "A man that has friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother." A lot of truth in that.
Oh, yeah. Proverbs 17, verse 17 says, "A friend loves at all times."
Didn't Jesus say in the New Testament that greater love has this than no man that would lay down his life for his friends? You think about friendship, if you're willing to give your life for your friends.
Yeah. David and Jonathan were good friends. Probably the one example of friendship in the Bible that seems to be the deepest is David and Jonathan.
Yes, it was just a minute ago I mentioned a family, and Jonathan's own father was out to kill David, and Jonathan was such a friend. He hated to see that. He hated, and he went and he warned David that his father was going to kill him, and David had a hard time believing that. David said that, your father has never done anything wrong to me, and he don't want to kill me. And Jonathan was like, "I'm pretty sure that my father wants to kill you." So they made an agreement together. He said, "What I'll do," he said, "I'll go home tonight and I'll find out if my father Saul, King Saul, wants to kill you or not." And he said, "Tomorrow," he said, "we'll go out and shoot my arrow a short distance, and I'll tell the kid that's going to go get my arrow that it's not far. And that's your clue. That's me telling you that you don't have to run far, but my father's not going to kill you. But if my father is out to get you and want to kill you," he said, "I'll shoot my arrow way, way into the fields, and I'll yell with a loud voice, 'It is far, far from here.' And that's your key to get out of town because my dad's going to kill you." And even after that, the Bible said that they met, and he shot his arrow way, way in the field, and he began to tell the young kid to go get the arrow, and he said, "It's way, way, way out there," giving David the okay to leave because his father was going to kill him. But they was such good friends, David even hated to leave when he knew that his life was in jeopardy. He stuck around a little bit longer so he could see Jonathan one more time, and they had to leave. They had to be separated, but that friendship had went on for a long time.
And then even after David was king, he showed kindness to the family of Jonathan. And, that reminds me of Proverbs 27, verse 10, "Thine own friend and thy father's friend forsake not." Friendship goes even beyond generations, doesn't it? To the next generation of friends.
Yes, Brother Craig, and if you remember right, Jonathan and Saul, almost everybody else in their family was killed, but Jonathan had a son.
Yeah, Mephibosheth.
There you go. He was dropped when he was a baby, when he was a child, and he went lame on his feet. And Jonathan, years later, realized that he was a king and that David himself was a king, and he realized that it should have been Jonathan, his friend, should have been the king. And he said to one of his servants, he said, "Is there not somebody in the family of Jonathan that should have done this?" And then he heard about his son, how that he was lame. And he went and he told Jonathan's son, he said, "I want you to go bring him here." And he said, "You'll never not eat at my table again. The king's meat is your meat. The king's house is your house."
Yeah. Although the North American Indians, John, had no written alphabet before they met the white man, the language was anything but primitive. In fact, they say, John, the vocabulary of many Indian nations was as large or even larger than that of the French and the English exploiters. Much more eloquent. In fact, the word in English for friend sounds kind of cold, just friend. Their word was one that meant one who carries my sorrows on his back. That's what a true friend is. Friends, if you have friends, understand the value of those and be a good friend today.